Prosecutors want an arrest warrant for a ranking official at the Korean Register of Shipping accused of bribing government ministry employees. New testimony suggests that crew members on board the Sewol ferry not only abandoned their passengers but injured crew as well. And Korean alcohol consumption is the highest in Asia, according to a new report by the World Health Organization. Hello and welcome to News Today on KBS World. It's Wednesday, May 14th. I'm Luke Clary. Prosecutors have requested an arrest warrant for a ranking official at the Korea Register of Shipping on charges of bribing employees at the Ministry of Oceans and Fisheries.
Prosecutorial investigation has found that civil servants at the Oceans and Fisheries Ministry received bribes from a senior official at the Korean Register of Shipping, which is under oversight by the ministry. A special investigative team at the Busan District Prosecutors Office has requested an arrest warrant for a team chief at the Korean Register of Shipping on charges of giving money and favors to Oceans and Fisheries Ministry employees. Prosecutors confirmed that the team chief treated ministry employees to entertain establishments and golfing rounds over dozens of occasions since 2012 and until recently. The team chief also gave out gift certificates and altogether bribes totaling a worth of some $11,700. Another ranking official at the register is also suspected of regularly bribing ministry employees and is currently under investigation.
경찰이 수사 진행 중인 사안이라 이렇다 저렇다 평가하기에는 좀 무리가 있고요. 수사에 적극 협조하면서 수사 결과를 지켜보도록 하겠습니다.
The prosecution has also requested arrest warrant for two others. A vessel designing company chief allegedly asked for favors in ship safety inspections, and an employee at the Busan Regional Maritime Affairs and Port Office who received this offer and took money.
The conduct of the crew members on board the Sewol ferry is the source of national outrage. Not only did they leave passengers behind in their escape, it's been discovered that they even turned their backs on fellow crew members who were unable to flee.
At 8:52 a.m. on the day of the Sewol ferry sinking, when the ship began to tilt, the crew members communicated the urgent situation with one another through their transceivers.
기관 부원들 전부 만나갖고 부수장의 지시를 받고 나가갖고 보니까 해경 구조배들 와가지고.
7 sailors whose posts were in the engine room at the time gathered in the hallway outside a third-floor crew cabin. 4 of them then saw 2 kitchen workers lying on the hallway floor. The 2 were seriously injured when the ferry suddenly jolted to one side. They fell to the floor and could not move. But for half an hour, the crew members did nothing to help their 2 injured colleagues. When the Coast Guard rescue boats arrived, the crew members were confirmed to have abandoned the 2 injured workers in the hull and fled for their own safety. This is according to what 2 sailors had testified during a joint police and prosecution investigation into the maritime disaster. Even after they were rescued by the Coast Guard, they didn't say anything about the 2 injured mates inside, nor did they ask anyone to save them. The 2 who were spotted by the engine room crew are still unaccounted for. Not only did the crew abandon the passengers, but they're also found to have turned a blind eye to their injured coworkers. Investigators are looking into whether it's possible to apply murder charges to these unfaithful seamen.
The Japanese government will soon announce detailed contingencies in which it can employ collective self-defense. The contingencies include a state of emergency on the Korean Peninsula.
Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe will hold a news conference tomorrow shortly after receiving a report on the use of Japan's right of collective self-defense. He will announce Tokyo's official stance on the matter. Abe will outline situations in which the right of collective self-defense can be deployed. The Asahi Shimbun says the list includes emergency on the Korean Peninsula. Tokyo says it can exercise the right of collective self-defense in order to escort U.S. vessels that will transport Japanese refugees in case of emergency on the Korean Peninsula. Other situations include the interception of ballistic missiles targeting the United States and the inspection of foreign ships sailing near Japan for weapon delivery.
我が国を取り巻くこの安全保障環境が極めて厳しい中であってですね、どのような形で守ることができるかどうか。
The right of collective self-defense refers to Japan's right of preemptive strike even when it's not attacked directly by other nations. The Abe administration is trying to permit the use of the right by interpreting the constitution in a different way. Meanwhile, some 25,000 citizens gathered in front of the Japanese parliament building to protest the government's mood by shouting slogans demanding peace. Seoul says Tokyo must first obtain its permission to exercise the right of collective self-defense in case of emergency on the Korean Peninsula.
Samsung Group Chairman Lee Kun-hee was expected to recover consciousness yesterday, but remains in a state of sleep for treatment. Doctors say his heart and brain functions are stable.
Samsung Chairman Lee Kun-hee is receiving medical attention in Samsung Medical Center's intensive care unit while in a state of deep sleep. He has received 60 hours of therapeutic hypothermia treatment aimed at preventing damage to his brain and organs. His body temperature is now normal. Doctors say the chairman's heart function and brain waves are stable. Although he is unconscious, he will continue to undergo the treatment for the time being. This is being done to minimize damage to his already weakened heart and brain as well. The doctors say they will take their time in treating Lee given his advanced age and previous health problems. Lee's wife, Hong Ra-hee, is said to be staying by his side at the hospital, while his son and 2 daughters visit him when they have a chance. Attention is now being focused on when the Samsung chairman will regain consciousness. No one can say for sure when Lee will come to his senses, as his doctors are determined to continue treating him while he is unconscious.
Even after he regains consciousness, Lee Kun-hee could require months of treatment to restore his ailing heart. This could result in a vacuum in the conglomerate's management structure.
Samsung chief Lee Kun-hee remains unconscious for the 3rd day. It was earlier announced he could wake up by early Tuesday morning. Samsung says failure for the chairman to report to work for 2 to 3 months will present no problem to the company. It stresses that it by no means consider implementing any kind of emergency measures, as what's called system management is well rooted at Samsung affiliates that are respectably run by management experts. But if Lee's absence is protracted, this can be a whole different story. Key corporate decisions that determine Samsung's future, such as business reorganization, making large investments, and staff appointments, have been decided by Chair Lee.
이건희 회장의 부재는 향후 그룹의 어떤 비전이나 중요한 투자 결정에 있어서 비효율성을 가져올 측면이 있고요.
The first regular meeting of Samsung unit president since Lee was hospitalized is scheduled today. What kind of measures will come out of this meeting is under keen attention.
Yesterday, we reported about a slumping studio apartment building. Police have launched an investigation into its construction.
One of the 2 7-story structures standing side by side is leaning to one side. An investigation has revealed that the building is tilted at a 14-degree angle while some of its supporting columns are broken. You can see the twisted steel reinforcement inside the collapsed pillars and cracks all over the building. The police have launched a probe and have already acquired testimonies saying that the structure wasn't built according to plan. After interrogating the construction company employees and construction workers, investigators found out that there were fewer underground concrete piles used to support the building than had been originally planned.
설계 도면상의 기초 파일 개수와 실제로 시공된 개수가 차이가 난 것을 진술해서 확인을 했습니다.
The truth of the testimonies will be verified this coming weekend when the building's demolition begins. The government of Asan City, where the building is located, will conduct a safety checkup on the other structure as well.
The World Health Organization says Korean alcohol consumption is the highest in Asia. Korea's per capita alcohol intake ranked the nation 15th in the world.
It was found that an average Korean drinks 12.3 liters of alcohol annually, which is 15th highest in the world. The World Health Organization surveyed per capita alcohol consumption in liters of pure alcohol, and Koreans turned out to drink the most in Asia. An average Japanese was found to drink only 7.2 liters a year, ranking 73rd in the world. The Chinese, known to enjoy alcohol quite often, drank 6.7 liters per person, about half the figure for Koreans. Belarus, a former member of the Soviet Union, showed the highest per capita alcohol consumption in the world with 17.5 liters. It was followed by Moldova, Lithuania, Russia, and Romania, which indicate that people of the former Soviet Union drink more than others around the world. Meanwhile, the U.S. ranked 48th in the world with 9.2 liters per person. The World Health Organization reported that people over the age of 15 worldwide drank an average of 6.2 liters of alcohol, and 3.3 million people died from alcohol-related diseases in 2012 alone.
You may have seen the iconic satellite photograph comparing the night skies of South and North Korea. The South is awash in bright city lights, a sign of its economic success. But light pollution is a problem of its own, causing sleep deprivation and even disruptions in the ecosystem.
Stars sparkle like jewels in the sky, but people in the city can hardly enjoy the night sky since the excessive city lights outshine the stars. Now the government has stepped up to reduce light pollution. The first overhaul will take place with the street lights. Lighting fixtures will now be equipped with covers so that the light will only be directed downwards. A test was conducted to see how bright each lamp was. A coverless street lamp, which sends light in all directions, was found to be 9 times brighter than a full cut-off lighting fixture. That means it wastes that much more light.
조명갓이 없는 비차단형 조명기구는 상향광이 많이 발생되기 때문에 에너지 절약에도 좋지가 않습니다.
However, the full cut-off lamps are twice as more expensive than the uncovered ones, causing replacement costs to mount for local governments. The government will also divide the country into urban and rural regions and set light pollution standards for each area.
필요 없는 곳에 빛은 줄이면서 필요한 곳에는 오히려 더 빛을 집중적으로 사용하도록 하는 그런 현명한 빛 사용 정책이 되겠습니다.
The government plans to have the excess rate of light pollution ceiling from 27% in 2013 to 13% by 2018.
With the weather getting warmer, it's not uncommon to feel a little drowsy. Strangely enough, fresh seafood could be the answer to groggy late spring days. Small octopuses and clams are in season on the nation's west coast. A fisheries market in Boryung, South Chungcheong Province is brimming with fresh marine products. A wide range of seafood from flounders to sea squirts is now in season. Among them, small octopuses are the best in spring. About half of the yearly production is caught around this time of year.
알은 좀 씹으면 밥알 씹는 것 같은 느낌 때문에 맛있어요.
Small octopuses spawn eggs between mid-March and May, so spring is the best time of year to get them. Small octopuses live among rocks near the shore. They hide in shells before laying their eggs. So fishermen use shells to catch them. They pull in the reel and grab the octopuses inside the shells.
쭈꾸미는 봄철에 꼭 먹어야 되는 영양 만점의 재료로 타우린 성분이 풍부해서 시력과 근육에 도움이 되는데요. 또한 담즙산염과 결합을 해서 그 간에 쌓이기 쉬운 지방을 막아주기 때문에 간 세포를 보호해주고 그리고 항산화 작용이 있기 때문에 봄철에 입맛을 돋궈주고 그리고 피로 회복에도 도움이 됩니다.
There's a wide variety of ways to cook small octopuses. They go well with hot pepper paste. The Japanese-style hot pot is also a good way to eat them. Octopus ink is said to boost your energy and stamina, so you should not throw it away. Small octopuses are full of rice-like eggs in spring. It's also a seasonal delicacy.
이게 스태미나 음식이라고 하니까 여름을 열심히 잘 날려면 먹어야 될 것 같아요.
There is another seasonal delicacy on the west coast. These are manila clams with plump, juicy meat inside. It's best to eat the clams in spring before their spawning season. Picking clams in the muddy beach is always a favorite of children.
매운탕 먹을 거예요. 엄마랑 이모가 매운탕 먹는데요.
The clam family includes abalone and conch, but the small manila clams are the most popular. They're good for making a broth. The broth is used to make a soup with noodles. Clam meat is also good for making a bowl of salad with spring greens and a sweet and sour dressing.
바지락에 들어져 있는 철분은 빈혈이 있는 여성들에게 도움이 되고요. 또 아연 성분은 성장기 어린아이의 발육에 좋습니다. 바지락으로 끓인 국물에는 유기산의 일종인 호박산과 푸르민 성분이 우러나와서 맛이 시원하면서도 감칠맛을 냅니다.
Here is a recipe using small octopuses and manila clams. Fried small octopuses are good as a snack for children.
겉에 이제 조금만 좀 미끌미끌하잖아요. 그걸 제거해 주시는 건데 그게 이제 밀가루나 쌀뜨물 이런 걸로 이렇게 씻으면 깨끗하게 씻겨요.
First, you need to dry them well. Next, make a batter with eggs, flour, and chopped parsley. Dip the octopuses in the batter before frying them. Soy sauce with onions and garlic is a good match with the fried snacks. Few can resist this seasonal favorite. Small octopuses and clams will make a wonderful addition to your diet in the spring. And now we'll take a look at the markets, followed by the world weather. That's it for this edition of News Today. We'll see you again at the same time tomorrow. Have a great day.